Oh. Okay. And have you got both your parties on, Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes, he's on the line, Your Honor.
Reyes? Ms.
Yep,
Reyes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. And if each party, if you'll please raise your right hands for me. You swear that the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. And y'all can put your hands down and you may proceed.
Your Honor, we're asking that this case be transferred to the 309th District Court. The parties have agreed that conservatorship is at issue, with both party requesting that the children live with them.
Okay. And that's your agreement, sir?
Yes, I want my children to live with me, yes.
Okay, but it's your agreement to send it back to the state district court? The judge has to hear those.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So what is the state district court?
Well,
Is this still child court?
I'm a state district court judge, but I have retired, and so I sit as a visiting judge.
Oh, okay.
And usually in this court is Judge Longoria. He's what we call an associate judge. So he's not elected, he's appointed is what that means.
Okay.
In state district court, the family courts, when they hear child support issues, it gets sent to Judge Longoria. But when there's custody disputes, the judge of that court usually hears those. And so that's what the Attorney General is asking. I just want to be sure that's what you want to do.
Okay, yeah, that's what I want to do. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Ma'am, is that agreeable with you, Ms. Reyes?
Yes.
Okay, then.
Judge, I'm sorry, I forgot to say this.
Yes.
Say this to you, Your Honor. With Judge Longoria, he usually does the referral to DRO mediation as well. So I filled out the order for a referral to DRO mediation because that is required.
Okay, thank you. And just so that both of you parties know, all courts require mediation prior to having any trial. And so Ms. Sharma is just trying to get the ball rolling so she's submitting that order as well. And so you are both ordered to go to mediation with the domestic relations?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, great. So both requests are granted per your proposed orders. Thank you,
Your Honor.
Y'all take care.
Thank
okay,
you.
you guys are free to go. You can log off. There's nothing for you to sign. I'm just going to submit the orders to the judge. So you're free to go, and you will get something from the 309th District Court in regards to when your next hearing is.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, thank you.
Did she ever get her people?
Is that you, Miss Benton?
Here's Belinda Nieto.
Sometimes if they use somebody else.
Yeah, it's my mother's phone. I had it.
Okay,
Here's the certified mail for the default.
perfect. Okay, and ma'am, if you'll please raise your right hand for me. You swear that the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, and you can put your hand down. Let's go on the record. Let the record reflect that the respondent was duly served with citation and notice for today's hearing. That was by certified mail. The respondent has failed to file an answer or appear, and I'm ready to proceed. You may proceed.
Yes, Judge.
You may continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. This is Kavita Sharma for the state, and I'd like to call Miss Danicia Benton.
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Benton, you are the mother of Naman Christopher Johnson, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And we did DNA testing, and Christopher Johnson is the father of the child, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And you're asking the court to order that you and Mr. Johnson are joint managing conservators of the child, correct?
Yes.
And you're asking the court to allow you to determine the child's primary residence without regard to geographic restriction, is that correct?
Yes.
And you're asking the court to order a standard possession order as far as visitation for the child, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And do you have access to private health insurance for the child?
No.
And is the child covered under a state-sponsored health insurance plan?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell the court the last time you spoke to Mr. Johnson?
About a month ago,
Okay. And where is he?
in Harris County Jail.
Do you have any information of when he will be released?
No, ma'am.
And is it within the next 90 days?
No.
Okay. And how long has Mr. Johnson been incarcerated?
Over 18 months.
And how old is your child?
13.
Does Mr. Johnson have any other children that he is obligated to provide support to or that live in the home with him when he's not incarcerated?
No.
Okay. So because Mr. Johnson is incarcerated, you're asking the court to set child support, medical support, and retroactive child support at 0. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you're asking the court to have court costs billed to Mr. Johnson if he's released from custody. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you're asking that the court find that Mr. Johnson is the father of the child, correct?
Yes. Correct.
Okay. Your Honor, I have nothing further for this witness.
Yes, ma'am. Anything else you want me to take, excuse me, judicial notice of?
Ma'am. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, that's okay. I'm sorry, I was asking Ms. Sharma.
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, the only thing is that Mr. Johnson has been incarcerated. He has 3 cases open and there is no release date because his cases have not been finalized at this time.
Yes, ma'am. And I know the criminal courts are having a difficult time having things heard due to COVID. Would you care for me to take judicial notice of the DNA test that's contained in the court's file?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. The court finds, and the court will take judicial notice, the court finds that Mr. Johnson is the biological father of the child, and all relief requested is hereby granted per your proposed order. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Your Honor. May we be excused?
You are excused. Take care, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank
ma'am.
you so much.